So today I'm gonna hang out with my friend. He's amazing. He's a really nice, kind-hearted man. He's really down to earth. So I'd like you to meet my friend. Yo guys, what's up? It's me, David here, and I'm with my friend Daniel right now. Yes, man.
I'm gonna do most of the talking today. I've hijacked David's camera.
Yes, you've hijacked my vlog.
I'm main man for today. So
there's a goddamn beautiful necklace there with diamonds on it like a bitch. Where did you get them from anyway?
I'm more of a shy person. I talk a lot when I'm comfortable, and I'm very comfortable with David. He makes me feel at home literally. It's been really easy for me to interact with David.
Yo guys, what's up? It's me, David here. I'm just chilling on the sofa, right? I'm just relaxing, doing a bit of man spreading and all that. Yeah, but I'm not actually at home right now. I'm actually in a shop. So this is the homeware section of the store that I'm in. So currently, I'm in a shop called Next. Now, if you're living outside of the UK and you don't have a Next in your country, I'm gonna explain to you what Next is. So basically, Next is a clothing shop, and where they also sell homeware stuff as well. They sell cushions and sofas and cutlery and all of these items which you would find in your house basically. They sell these things. So I'm just sitting on one of their sofas right now. And one of the workers is there, so I'm not gonna put my feet up. I've got my shoes on anyway, so I'm not gonna be disrespectful like that and put my feet up on the sofa, because this ain't mine. But yeah, so today, I'm here in the shops today specifically because I'm waiting for my friend, right? So today I'm gonna hang out with my friend and we're gonna go for a little drive. He's gonna talk about some things which he's doing, and I feel like it's gonna be a great vlog. So it's gonna be quite a chill vlog today. So yeah. So you might say that this is a bit of a unproductive vlog, but actually I don't think it is, because previously in the past, I was a person who was very withdrawn. I used to stay at home a lot. I rarely used to go out and meet my friends, or I didn't have any friends actually in the past, unfortunately. So I didn't have a social life. I was depressed, I was suicidal, all of these things, right? And now I've come such a long way since a couple of years ago. I would say in 2019, that was where my mental health was the worst, guys. That was like, it's just atrocious. It was absolutely atrocious. And now that I'm actually starting to come out of my shell, starting to become a bit more confident, making more friends, introducing myself to people, talking to random strangers and just making friends with them, ultimately that's just making me more confident as the time goes on. And especially when I'm at the gym as well, cold approaching girls, trying to talk to girls and all that sort of thing. It's just helping me to become more confident, and I would say that I'm a hell of a lot confident than I used to be. I would say I started developing my confidence last year, right? So from March 2023, I started to come out of my shell. That was like a transformational period of my life where I started to change in so many areas of my life. My confidence started to dress differently. And yeah, it's been amazing. So, whilst I'm waiting for my friend, because he's a bit late. He's a bit late. If you're watching this, you're a bit late, man. But it's all good. It's all good because I'm getting to have some time to myself, some quality time, which is also valuable as well. So I'm just going to show you around the shops. Yeah, I'm going to show you around the shops, guys. Yay! Okay, so I'm currently in the homeware section of the shops and of Next. They have some really nice fancy stuff here, like lavish, luxurious, grandeur stuff. Grandeur. I'll put the definition on the screen right now for you guys of what that word means. But it basically means luxurious, very nice looking, right? Very fancy. So I'm getting tempted, guys. I just want to take my shoes off and just lie here. I just want to lie on the sofa. I really want to have a lie down. It wouldn't be disrespectful. I mean, yeah, it would be disrespectful. It would be very disrespectful. Yeah, I want to have a lie down, guys. Look at this. Okay, you've seen the sofas, right? Blah-de, blah-de, blah, sofas, blah, 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 whatever. Right, cushions. Cushions. Very exciting stuff, right? cushions, and then you've got some stuff for your kitchen that you put your sugars in, your tea, coffee. You have all of these things, these jars, right? Lovely. Okay. I don't know if this is exciting for you guys. It's giving you such an adrenaline rush to see all of these home items, isn't it? You're so excited. I can feel your enthusiasm right now. Lovely towels and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Right? Mirrors. And then you've got a handsome guy over here. He's modelling some clothes. He's a Chad. He's a 𝗗𝗍 𝗁. Oi! Leave some girls for me. You're stealing all the girls away from me, man. Your good looks, all right? Stop it. Yo guys, yeah, so I'm still waiting for my friend. So I'm just trying to kill the time, I'm just looking around the shops and doing all those sorts of things, you know, just trying to kill time. I could probably sit on a bench. I thought of that. I thought of just sitting on a bench outside, just taking in the nature, breathing in, breathing out, being aware and conscious of my breath. But I wanted to have a look around in the shops and see what new items they have. Clothes, right? Because I love fashion and all that sort of thing. But yeah, right, it's time to have my my food now, my supper. Right, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there, guys. My wife didn't do any cooking for me. Yeah, I came home from work and she didn't fucking cook anything for me. Apparently I've been a very naughty man. And this is the consequence. Look, she didn't cook anything, guys. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. My wife didn't cook. I've had a long day at work, 12 hours at work. She didn't fucking cook for me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some extra chores around the house to try and compensate for that, for being a very naughty man to my wife. But anyways, I'm gonna wait for my friend, and you could call this a little bit of a time waste, I don't know. I'm just waiting for my friend right now. In the meantime, I'm just doing some stuff, but when he comes, I will introduce you to him. Feeling a bit thirsty as well. Lovely. So refreshing. Alright, I'm gonna see you later, guys. When he comes, I'll introduce you to the guy. He's amazing. He's a really nice, kind-hearted man. He's really down to earth, so I'd like you to meet my friend. Yes. Yo guys, what's up? It's me, David here. And I'm with my friend Daniel right now. Yeah. Yes, man. Yeah, so Daniel's currently driving. We're going to like a little park and we're gonna have like
Not a little, it's a huge park.
Yeah.
Huge park.
I'll just hold it. Yeah, it's quite a huge park.
Yeah,
it's massive. Yes, so we're gonna go to this lovely park, spend a little bit of time with each other.
We were actually planning on going to town, Derby, and then we were actually literally entering Derby, and then David was like, let's go to Markeaton Park, and then we made a U-turn and decided, let's go, okay, we're gonna go to the park, and we're gonna like do some walking, talking, and let's see how it goes. And the weather's really nice, man.
It is, it's beautiful.
It's a good time to go to the park.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people will be going.
Yes.
So yeah, let's see how the park is.
Yes, you heard it here, folks. Let's see, because the weather's really beautiful today. Yes, you can see it's blinding my eyes. It's blinding me. So yeah, we're gonna get to know each other a bit better, and we're gonna have a little talk about things. And yeah, because he's quite talented, so I want to let you know of that.
No, man, you know, don't believe on this part that I'm talented. I'm not telling you. He helps me so much.
He is. No, he's discrediting himself.
It's like, you know, what do you call it? I get under pressure, okay, now I got responsibility of, oh wait, I think I missed the turn.
Oh no.
Damn.
But yeah, guys, he is really talented. he just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to say, but he's really talented. But yes, so
you know what? Let's you guys be the judge for this.
yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about. So David was like, let's talk about some of your work. I'm basically an architect by profession.
Yeah.
And I'm from Pakistan, and I've got a degree in architecture. So I'm going to talk a bit about my work, what kind of work I do. So David found it really, nice, and he was like, "You're really talented in how you do things." So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I have no idea where we're going, man. Let me put it back because I'm lost at the moment.
Yeah, man.
Okay, give us 5 minutes. We'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back,
we'll
guys.
Be back after you turn.
We're just gonna take a little break, and then we'll be back in a minute, guys. We'll be back at the park. So yes, see you later, guys. Hey guys, what's up? So I'm here with my friend Daniel. We're just going on a little walk right now in the nature. Sorry, it's gonna be really calm, and yeah. So tell me a bit about Dran Monday.
Good.
The Instagram page.
So yeah, me and David were talking about. I was telling David about our page, a biking page, and I'll tell you what Dran Monday is, what the page is. If you check the Instagram, you're gonna find the page as well.
Yeah.
And so basically, me and my cousin back in Pakistan, we started this page based on cafe races, custom-made bikes, and I bought a bike first. And to be honest, personally, I didn't have any sort of interest or knowledge about how custom-made bikes works. And then my cousin was like, "Okay, you got a bike. Why not just try an experiment on the bike?" And there are different types and how you can, get a style on the cafe races. There's this Brat style, there's Scrambler, Tracker, and a lot more. So we started Dran Monday as a meme page in the beginning, and we were like throwing memes on it, random memes, and then we were like, why not just convert this page, keep the name, and we'll just convert this page into a biking page then. So this is how we basically took an initiative, and we started going on rides, and also mentioning about a few of my other lads back in Pakistan. There's 4 or 5 of us that basically combined started this page. Initially it was me and Abdullah, my friend, my cousin, and then there's Dar. I'm gonna name my lads as well. Dar, my brother Zan.
Yes.
Yeah, my brother Zan. And then my other brother, we got 2 Zans. Anyways, so we started that page. And now, alhamdulillah, the reach we've got on that page. Are we going this way? Let's go this way.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, now we've got a really good reach on that page, and we make custom bikes. We do different styles on those bikes. We do Brat styles, Scrambler, 2-3 more other styles as well. The rest you can look at the page and you'll know what the page is about. And so yeah, this was a really random start that we took for the page, and now it's going great. We were looking to make, we basically now make really aesthetic videos and show, because in Pakistan, I noticed in the UK, this culture is already there, because this culture was the origin in the UK. UK is where this culture started, cafe races and motorbike, classic bikes, and I've seen a lot of people and really well-known brands that have, arisen from here. Triumph, there's so many brands. So yeah, and in Pakistan we didn't really have that culture, and no one really knew what custom bikes are and how they're made, what's to be done with the bikes, stuff like that. So yeah, we took the initiative, and people really caught up with us, and they kind of got this the hidden passion that people have, and they were like, okay, wow, someone's doing this in Pakistan as well now, and they kind of relate to it. And there's so many people that came out and approached us, and they were like, the kind of work you guys are doing is amazing, and being in Pakistan and looking at this type of content is amazing. So yeah, this is what Dran Monday is. the rest you can watch the videos on the page, and you know what it is.
I'll make sure to leave the links in the description.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we just decided, me and David, to come to the park.
Yeah.
And we're just on a little walk. And also we're gonna talk about random things and get to know each other more.
Yes.
Yeah. So over to David.
Yes, man. But yeah, I find that quite interesting in me, how it started off as a meme page at first. Sorry, not me. Sorry, Daniel. Why'd I call you Amir for? Sorry, Daniel. It's because I was thinking of my friend called Amir. Sorry. Yes, that's Sorry, Daniel. Yes, so I find it quite interesting how it started off as a meme page, Daniel, at first. So yeah, what was it like when you first started off Dran Monday, when you started to take it seriously?
Yeah, so we started to take it seriously when we kind of realized, okay, this is actually something that people are going crazy about, and we weren't really expecting, to be honest. It was a page that was like a side hobby, you can say, like a side hobby, or something you just start for fun, you know.
Yeah.
And
when you're talking to me, or should I hold it? Yeah.
So. And then I remember. So I remember I think this is a year ago. We made this one video where we basically the name of the video was Meet the Boys Part 1, and we basically introduced every group member we had in our Dran Monday, and we gave a little hint about who's what and what kind of personality do they have, and that video got the attention. It got 1 million views, and it got hit basically in Pakistan and around the region, India, some of Bangladesh area, so in Asia basically. So yeah, we got 1 million views, and then we also literally hit 10k followers in 2 or 3 days, or maybe in a week. So yeah, that's how we realized, okay, people actually like this kind of content. And being in Pakistan, where they're a bit less, this kind of knowledge about custom cafe races, so people kind of pick up on that, and they were like, they got motivated. People who were back then used to think, okay, this is never going to work in Pakistan, and it came out great. So yeah, this was the first experience, and then after that we kind of started taking it a bit seriously. Okay, we're gonna work on this, we're gonna make it like a brand, so we've got like loads of plans on this page. We're working on our clothing brand, we're working on a few other things. We've done donations in Ramadan, a lot more stuff. So yeah, we're quite kind of bit by bit trying to achieve our goals through this page, and we're gonna try and make this page grow a bit bigger for like other brands and other people to come out and even collaborate with us and give their ideas, opinions about this whole concept.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
though.
so this is what the page is about.
Yeah.
And to be honest, anyone literally around the world, anyone can join us. Join us in a sense. They can come forward, tell us about their experience with cafe races or any kind of bike they want. We specifically deal with cafe races or custom made bikes, and we would love to hear from people as well, what their opinions are. Yeah, man.
Talking of clothing designs, could you talk about the little design that you've got on
yeah,
your t-shirt right
I'll
now?
show. Yeah. How should I? Okay,
so you can do a little portrait.
Okay,
I'll
I'm gonna put this, like, you can rotate your screens, guys.
Yes.
So this was a brand my cousin Abdullah started a few years ago, which unfortunately closed down because of some reasons. And this was basically the signature limited edition shirt he made. And I did a bit of help with the design and patching and everything, and it's basically snake, and it goes all the way back to the shirt. So what we did was, we're gonna go this way.
Yeah.
So what we did was, we kind of he came up with an idea. He was like, okay, I want to make this shirt. He gave me this snake outline, and he was like, this is how it's gonna be. It's gonna go all the way back. And the design you see is based on truck art, which is very famous in Pakistan. Truck art is something you're going to see art and patterns on trucks in Pakistan. So we took that concept and we kind of added into the snake. And to be honest, this snake shirt got really good, attention, and people were going crazy about this. And it was a limited edition. We couldn't give out more, but we're actually planning to make more of these shirts. And try sell them. Yeah, definitely, man.
Whoa. Almost tripped and broke my neck, and you did as well. You almost did, man.
Yeah, I was about to trip, man. So yeah, we were planning on selling these shirts again on eBay. So let's see. We're working on it at the moment, and inshallah, if we do get the chance, we're definitely gonna do this. And I'm gonna gift you one as well.
Yes,
David. Why not?
Yes, man.
It's gonna look so cool on you. Yeah, you're gonna do our marketing.
Oh, wow.
Wear this shirt, go to places, and tell people.
Goodness.
I
feel so honoured, boosting my ego, Daniyal.
yeah.
This guy's amazing, honestly. Such an amazing friend.
I'll tell you how me and David met.
Yes. The origins.
I'll tell you. I'm gonna do most of the talking today. I've hijacked David's camera.
Yes, you've hijacked my
I'm
vlog.
the main man for today. So I go to the gym. And since I'm new here, it's been just 7 months for me, and I'm a bit struggling to make friends here because it's so strange for me and everything's new. So I'm literally going by my day, going to the gym. I walk in, and I went to the locker room. I came back, and I'm literally going downstairs, and there's this guy walking with me, and I'm like, okay, someone's walking with me. I can notice, but I'm not looking that way. And a hand comes out, and he's like, hey man. And I stopped, and I was like, oh man, someone approached me. And that's it. That's how we literally became friends. And we started talking, and David told me about himself, what he does. He's in a college right now. He's doing media, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I right? Yeah. He's studying media. And then we had a little chat. We exchanged numbers, and then he told me about his work. About YouTube thing that he does, vlogs, and I checked his Instagram page, man. I'm also gonna, if this video comes out, I'm gonna share this on my Instagram. And for my people back in Pakistan, please do watch his page. It's amazing. You know what I love about David is he's literally very versatile. You're gonna see every kind of content on his Instagram. I'm sure on YouTube as well. He's made videos on few religions, every kind of topic you can think of. So, and he's talked about himself as well, what he's gone through, on basis of mental health, and how he's come out from it. And I mean, now that I look at him and look at his past videos, I'm like, man, this is the confidence I want in my life. Just go out there and do it.
Yeah.
So, and he's very open about. Wait a minute, where are we?
We're in the car park. Okay,
how did we get in the car park? Excuse me, guys.
We
lost track.
We'll have a little walk around. It's okay, man.
Yeah. So.
It's nice spending this time with you.
Yeah, same, bro.
Yes.
This is Marketing Park. This is a small bridge, lake. Very nice park. We do have parks in Pakistan as well, as big as these, but the way they've sorted them, every bit, the landscape is so amazing. It's really nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is how David and I met, and this is about David, what I think David is doing, and it's amazing. And you should, the rest, to get to know more about David, definitely do check out his page, his Instagram, his YouTube, and he's got in himself the thing, when you see someone on a social platform and you kind of connect with them, you're like, okay, this is the guy who knows what he's doing and who knows how to make, create content, and it's just not so random. It's so to the point, and it's so, what do you call it? It's so real. Like how you see him in person, he's the exact same person as he is on the social media. Yeah. So this is, I think, what social media platforms want. People like David, definitely. And you know, people like me should look up to him. And
Oh, thanks, man. I'm gonna start blushing now.
Be a bit more motivated and should do something about their life. Yeah. So this is a very nice bridge, a waterfall, and a David.
Yes. But it's not about me today, man. It's about you. Yo, guys, what's up? So now we're sitting down. I'm sitting down with my friend Daniel.
We walked a lot, man. We wanted to take some breaks, so we sat down. We're gonna do some talking now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were just talking about, David was asking me about if we got like good clothing brands similar to hair. So yeah, I was telling him, yeah, we got like malls as well. I'm from Lahore, if anyone knows about Lahore. So yeah, Lahore is a big city. We've got 2 big malls there, Packages and Emporium, and we've got similar big brands like Zara, Nike, Adidas. So yeah, we were talking about clothes, and I've seen David's trip, man.
This guy is too kind. He's too kind.
I'm just telling what I'm looking. I'm just stating what I'm looking. So as I said, you guys be the judge for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, for people who don't know what it's like in Lahore, could you just like paint a little picture for us and describe what that's like, what life is like there?
You know, Lahore is a big major city of Pakistan, and the very famous thing about Lahore is the nightlife, and we're very used to the nightlife. People don't go to sleep in Lahore. This is what we say, and Lahore is famous for its cafes, chai cafes. Chai basically tea, and we're really a big fan of tea. So in winter especially, people would literally after their work, they would go to chai cafes to just chit and chat and have chai, tea with them. And we've got loads of cafes there now. And in the past 3-4 years, 5 years, this trend's been really growing in Lahore. It's been almost a year for me that I'm here. I'm not sure what's Lahore's like now, but yeah, Lahore is like, just to like give you a small thing to relate, Lahore is like the London of Pakistan. You know, very busy. Every big brand or big company, anything they want to be in Lahore. It's like a very big hub for a lot of things. After Karachi, Karachi is also one of the biggest cities, and yeah, so Lahore is literally, if I compare with other cities, I've not traveled much in Pakistan, just the major cities like Islamabad, Karachi. I've been to once, and then I've been to the north side. Lahore is like very well developed, a very clean city, most of the areas, and I was those 2 pages I told you about, the people that visited from UK in Pakistan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So David can also mention those people as well if someone wants to see what Lahore is like, and they can look it up. Lahore's amazing.
I'll show it up on the screen right now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do miss Lahore. I do miss Pakistan. I miss my friends. I miss my family. I miss especially the roads, and I miss my bike. I miss my motorbike, man. Yeah.
So you get a bit homesick.
I do. But now I've gotten used to the UK. I'm getting used to the environment, the roads as well. I still don't kind of remember the roads here in the UK, but I do know where I'm going. You get what I mean? Yeah. I recognize places and stuff. So yeah, it's been almost 7-8 months now, and I'm trying to make friends. I'm trying to get to know people here and the culture as well. What people do here in the UK, what's their like everyday thing to do. So I'm kind of figuring out, and the only way I can do that, I think, is to meet people like David, who are born in the UK and they know what UK is like. So I'm really looking forward to meeting new people in the UK. Yeah. That's about it. And let's see I'm gonna be in the UK for a long time, guys.
Yes.
So you might also be seeing
I'm happy
me
about
with David as well.
Yeah.
A lot in the videos maybe if David wants me to be.
Yeah,
there.
of course I do, man. Yeah, the one thing about Daniel is that he's a very
Yeah.
sweet, kind guy.
Thank you, man.
And, you know, just by hanging out with him, sharing this time with him, I'm already getting happy. You know, he just has that vibe to him. And
Yeah,
he's
no,
very
I can
chill.
say the same.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I like about him. But yeah, I just want to ask you though, because you were telling me about how, you know, you faced a lot of difficulty of making friends when you first came to the UK. So, yeah, what was it like when you first came to the UK? I mean...
Yeah, I think, well, to be honest, when I still kind of remember my first day in the airport. I came to the London airport, I think Heathrow it was.
Yeah.
And my wife and my brother-in-law, they came to pick me up. But as soon as I walked outside, I was like, wow, I'm actually in the UK, you know. I'm actually, I've flown. Is it flown? Do you call it flown?
Yeah.
I've flown to the UK and...
Flew to the UK, yeah.
Flew to the UK.
Yeah.
And sorry guys, I'm still a bit struggling with the English. I flew to the UK and I was basically a tourist, you know, someone who never really went abroad anywhere. So it was like a different world to me. I was like, okay, am I even on the same earth as I used to be? So it was really good to see new faces, very strange, completely different faces, and different areas. And I felt really, you know, kind of a tourist. And I still somehow I look at myself and I'm like, okay, I'm still a tourist. I'm a person who's still figuring out what UK is and what is how people basically enjoy life, live their life here in the UK. So and for me to I'm kind of a person who has a hard time, you know, interacting with people. And it's just, you know, and I even saw David's video about how he explained, you know, how to interact with people. Kind of, you just go and talk to them.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Regardless of the fact if they want to talk to you back or not, if they're interested or not, you just go talk to them. You try, and this is how really you get to step into their world. You know, so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try do that more. I'm gonna try approach people and you know, and also try not to invade them kind of and, you know, scare them off. Yeah, but I think most of the part is all in your head, all in your mind. It's just you just need to try. You need to just go out there, and if you wanna make friends, you want to step into their world, you have to step into their world.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's how simple it is. But yeah, I'm sure everyone has these struggles, and I'm sure everyone has their own way of dealing with them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think this is also one of the reasons why I like to hang out with David, because I think I'm gonna learn, you know, how to socialize with people here in the UK. Yeah, so this is my way of dealing with it at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll teach you. I'll teach you how to do all of those things,
definitely.
man. Yeah, the more that we hang out together. Yeah, so you know.
Do you have in college? Do you have anyone from Pakistan or someone Asian like in your friends group or?
Yeah, so I'd say like most of my friends, majority of them are like Pakistani, Indian.
Oh really? Wow,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, so I've got a friend who is from the UAE.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've got a couple of people who are from India, Pakistan.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so you know they're just very lovely people in general.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
yeah, it's
man.
nice, man.
You know, once David asked me, not asked me, he was telling me most of the people who come to the UK, they find UK very boring.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was telling him, yeah man, you can say UK can be a bit boring. You know, I came in winters, and winter was that time when everyone was hibernate. Do you call it hibernate? When everyone's like in their homes and not coming out.
Yeah, exactly, hibernating.
Yeah, so they were literally hibernating. When I used to go out, I'm like, because I'm from Lahore, and Lahore is a kind of very busy throughout the year. People want to go out, regardless of the weather. I mean, and when I came here, and I was like, okay, where is everyone? Is this how UK is, or is this how Derby is in particular? And I was a bit, disappointed or a bit sad. Okay, how am I going to survive here? And then I kind of got used to it, and then as soon as then summer started to come, and I literally saw a different face in Derby, in maybe the UK, and I was like, okay, so I mean, people love to be going out, walk on the streets. You know what? One thing what I love, when it's summers, people literally take their shirts off. They're like, man, this is summer. We need the sun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is a life which I want to live. So yeah, but it's just I think the start that you find it difficult anywhere in the world, because obviously it's the culture, it's the people, it's the environment, and it's the very unfamiliar things about a place that you need to be familiar with time. So I think you need to give yourself time. It's a bit of hassle. It's difficult, but after a few years, after a few times, you get used to it. You find your fun in these places, and this is what I'm trying to do as well. So yeah. I think this is what I'm gonna say. It's not boring. No, not at this point now. It's just you need the right kind of people, and what I would tell to everyone is interact with different kind of people. Don't just stick to your own people. Like for example, I'm from Pakistan. If I want to be just with my Pakistani friends or the Asian community, what's the point then? I might as well go back in Pakistan and just join my friends and everything. Just go out and meet different people, every kind of people, and you're gonna see world from a different perspective. And I'm sure people who've been in my shoes and going through the same, I think they can relate to this. They would agree for what I'm kind of trying to say. If you want to grow, if you want to have a broaden your mindset, broaden your thinking, do that. It's going to help you a lot in that sense.
Yeah, I definitely think that is going to be one of the contributing factors towards improving towards developing, is you just put yourself in different scenarios and different situations than what you used to, and then that will help you to grow as a person.
And UK is very diverse. UK has all sorts of people from all around the world. You've got Asians, you've got, everyone. You've got white, you've got black people, you've got brown people.
Every nationality.
Yeah. It's so, I never knew this. I never knew that. I was like, okay, UK has a, obviously majority of it's a white people or black people. But when I came here, I literally met and saw people from different parts of the world. Different nationalities, so many nationalities in one country. And the UK, as compared to Pakistan, is a small country. It's not that big of a country, and it's so diverse. There's so many people you get to see, different kind of people, different kind of languages, different kind of food. There's so many foods here that you can try and enjoy, even your type of food. So UK, I think, I'm not sure, this is the first country I'm traveling, so I'm not sure about the rest of the world, but what I've seen is in UK, it's like a world in itself, like every kind of people you're going to meet and see. So it's amazing. That's really, really amazing to look.
Yeah, it really is amazing. And one of the most amazing things about the UK is, with every nationality that you have, we can be quite accepting into we can be quite accepting into, bringing new people in.
New people,
on board.
That's true.
Yeah. So I want to ask you something. with experiencing how great the UK is, I'm sure it makes you want to stay for a long time, right? Like it motivates you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how long were you thinking of staying in the UK?
Well, to be honest, I'll tell you a bit about how I came to the UK.
Yeah, tell us that.
My wife's from UK. She's born here. She's UK national. She is Pakistani from ethnicity. She's Asian, but she was born and raised here. And even his dad and her parents and everyone, they were also born and raised here. So she's a very far relative of mine, and we just kind of got to know each other, and we kind of liked each other, and then we decided, okay, we're gonna get married as well. And this is literally, we got married last year in March, 18th of March. That was her name's Sidra. Sorry, Sidra, I didn't forget the date. Well, yeah, we got married last year, and then I came here in September. So yeah, I was like, okay, I wouldn't want my wife to come live in Pakistan, because someone who's born here, raised here, and experienced life here, I think it might be a bit difficult for them to come live in Pakistan, because the kind of life we have there. So I was like, and it was a good opportunity for me as well to come in the UK as well. And she's been really helpful, and I'm very grateful for her that she helped me to come to the UK and live my life here with her. So yeah, since then, since September, I've been here, and I'm planning to live here for the rest of my life, basically.
Wow.
I'm definitely gonna go back. I'm gonna keep visiting back home, my parents, my family, my brother, sister, and two of my sisters are here already, to be honest. One lives in London and one lives literally in Derby. So yeah, I'm glad that I've got like my sisters here, living here. So if I miss my family, my parents, I just go visit them. And yeah, so I'm just step by step, I'm trying to fit in UK. I'm trying to get a good job here, trying to settle my life here for the future as well. So yeah, that's how it actually came. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the job, Daniel, yeah, so could you tell us a bit about what you were doing in Pakistan before you came to the UK?
Yeah, good question. So I did my degree, my bachelor's in architecture, and it was a 5 years degree that I did, and I graduated back in 2021, and after 2021 I've been working with different architectural studios as a junior architect, assistant architect, and also a lead architect at one point. My previous job in Pakistan, my last job that I left, I was a lead architect in that company. It was Galleria Designs, the studio. So what I do is mainly we design houses, we design buildings, we design residential sectors, commercial sectors, and I've done most of my work in the residential area. But in particular, I love to do interior design, and I've also shown David some of my work, and he goes like, "Man, you're really talented."
He is. He
and
really
I'm like,
is.
"Nah, man, it's just I think it's my profession, and it's something I think that I like to do." Since I graduated from NCA, it's National College of Arts, which also, by the way, is a college that was made by the UK as well. The UK founders in the subcontinent area when the Britishers were in the subcontinent, and they basically made NCA the first ever arts college in Pakistan. So yeah, I graduated from there, and yeah, this is what I do. This is my profession, and it's been a struggle for me to find a job in my field in the UK, because we've got some, we have to be sign up with these organizations. There's ARB, Architecture Registration Board in the UK. For me to be working as an architect in the UK, I have to be registered by the ARB, and for me to be registered by them, I have to go through these procedures. I have to present my work that I've done back in Pakistan, and I need to fulfill their criteria. There's a curriculum that I have to follow, and then when they accept my work, and they're gonna call me for an interview then, and they would interview me, and they would ask me questions about my work and what kind of work that I did in Pakistan, what were our building regulations, rules, and everything. So after that, if they see me fit to be an architect in the UK, if I, fulfill their requirements, I can work as an architect. It's a long process. It's done in parts. There's 3 parts: part 1, part 2, part 3. Part 1 is your 3 years work. It could be your degree work, it could be your professional work, but it's a 3-year course, has its requirements I have to fulfill. And then in part 2, it's the rest of the 2 years work. Basically, it's a 5 years. Part 1 and part 2 combined is a 5 years kind of requirement that I have to fulfill. It's a long criteria. It takes 7 years for one to be an architect. Yeah, in the UK in total. So up till now, I'm not really been active in my field. I was working when I came here. I was working with a warehouse, JD Sports, and I left JD. I basically didn't left. I didn't leave. Basically, they stopped giving me the shifts because there wasn't any work for. They had literally 0 work in February and March. So I had to leave, and till then, yeah, I'm struggling to get a new job now, and I've applied to some jobs. Hopefully, let's see. I did get a reply from one, so let's see. When I get the job, I'll give you guys an update as well.
Fingers crossed that Daniel
Fingers
gets the
crossed,
job.
yeah. Inshallah. So yeah, this is my story up till now, about my job, about my work, and if David wants, he can also show some of my work that I've done.
Yeah, I'm going to show you some of his work.
Yeah, I'll send you
on
some
the screen.
pictures, some portfolio.
Thanks, man.
You can display.
Yeah, I've got to show your
But
talent,
to be
man.
honest, guys, I'm still taking it small projects for interior, anything, any kind of. If someone wants to, I would happy to work on it. I would happy to collaborate with you guys. So yeah.
But yeah, quite a talented guy, Daniel.
Oh no, man. I'm more of a shy person. I talk a lot when I'm comfortable, and I'm very comfortable with David.
Aw.
He makes me feel at home, literally, and yeah, it's been really easy for me to interact with David. Yeah, mainly I like to visualize spaces. I think every architect knows and can relate. We like to visualize space. Once you're an architect, you're literally looking at buildings, spaces, interiors, and you're literally doing a critique on them. You're criticizing them basically. You're like, okay, this seems off. This is out of proportion. This shouldn't be this way. Okay, if this was a bit of that way, it could have been better. Things like that. So it's just you develop that sense, that design sense. Once you've and I think it's with every design field, and I'm sure even with David, when he's editing videos, he criticizes his own work as well. He's like, okay, I think this could have been done this way, and I think this is how you grow. You grow when you start criticizing your own work. Even
you do.
You have to criticize your own work, because if you're like, okay, no, this was the best thing I've ever done, that's it. That's the best thing you've done. What else now? So you have to go back, you have to look at your work, you have to have that critical thinking to be able to pursue these kind of fields. So I think that this is the part where talent comes, and if you're able to do that, you're talented. You can do these kind of things. Every design work, every thing that involves critical thinking. Yeah, that's how you go through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely true. Yeah, and especially with architecture as well, because I know there's a lot of critical thinking involved in that. And I
Yeah.
find it quite interesting actually how it kind of works, because I'm a creative myself, and when I look at architectural designs, it's just like a thing that I'd love to get into. So, yeah, can you just delve into that? Like, you know, the sort of stuff that you
Yeah,
do, the
so
softwares like Rivet,
yeah.
Enscape.
So a very
Yeah,
good question, to be honest.
yeah,
So of how we start, for example, if I'm approached by someone and they tell me, okay, I have this space. You know, space could be anything. It could be a playing ground. Literally, this can be space as well. You have to give it a meaning. So they would come to me and they would tell me, okay, this is a space. This is what I want with it. I want to make it into a shop. I want to make it into a house. I want to make it into my own private living space. And then, when we're making a space, it's very important for us to know what our client is like. We need to know how our client thinks, how he goes literally by his day. We need to know his personality. So we first interview the client. Okay, what do you want with your space? What is that? For example, if it's a house and it's a family of 5 people, their parents, their 3 kids, or how many, um, we have to interview each and every one, because each and every one will be living at that space and they're going to be using that space, and they have to kind of relate to that space in order to find that thing they call home. So the first thing we have to do is know our client, and after that we talk about their requirements regarding the space, how many bedrooms they want, I mean, just an example I'm giving, if it's a house. Um, so yeah, we look at their requirements, and then after that we go to planning stage. We start zoning things in that particular area. This is where my living spaces will be. This is where my private spaces will be. This is where the public spaces will be. This is where a small buffer area would be. Things like that. So we start by zoning those, and then bit by bit we start planning those. We plan the circulations, we plan the space, how big, and it's basically the anatomy we work on. Every space has its personality, has its requirements, has its own scale that we look at.
yeah.
So it's so important for us to study those things. We need to know how a space works, and that is only how we're gonna be able to get a final product. So we do the planning bit, and then if the client is okay with the planning stage, if he likes it, then we give him a 3D model of the building or house. It's a 3D visualized thing. Nowadays it's very easy to get a visualized space before even getting it made. I'm sure back in the days when architecture was when people didn't have softwares, when they didn't have these kind of tools, it would be hard for them to like give the final product before even finishing it. So I in particular use AutoCAD for drafting 2D drawings, planning stage, and 3D visualize. I use SketchUp, Enscape, Lumion for rendering, and making a 3D model. So these are software that I use, and it's really fun when especially when you're making a 3D of that space. Um, it's so good to visualize things. It's like you're experiencing a space before even it's made. So it's very interesting to go through that process bit by bit, and coming out with something at the end that you can look at and you can say, oh wow, this was literally a flat ground, and look, I gave this a meaning.
Yeah.
And it feels really good to be in that situation at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm sure it feels great to just like have a look at your work after you're done. Just be
Exactly.
like, wow, look at this. Look at what I've created.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So yeah, to be honest. So we literally, sometimes they say we're literally playing with people's, not playing wouldn't be the right word to use. We're kind of changing people's mindset. We're giving them something to feel,
Yeah.
something to surprise them when they're like entering a space. They're like, okay, wow, what is this gonna be? Um, all these surprise elements, every little things that when you're doing a walkthrough and you see these spaces, you feel different kind of emotions. So this is what really architecture is. You kind of bring emotions to the space, and at the same time you're playing with people's emotions.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's really interesting. Yeah, it's a really nice thing to do.
yeah, it is really interesting, you know. And I suppose it can kind of confuse people, like, because
Exactly.
it's so intricate as well, especially with being an architectural technologist as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to design certain materials, and like, how long does
Exactly.
that take?
Um, well, it depends. It's a long process from
Yeah.
start to finish because beginning is just the design phase. Design phase is where you're just planning, you're making a 3D. That's it.
Mm.
You've got layouts, you've got drawings, you've got construction drawings, and you've got a 3D model or a 3D visualized space that this is how the space is going to be. So the main thing comes to when it's being constructed. That's where the main thing starts. That's where the real hustle starts in architecture. You go back and forth with the clients, with the contractors, with the construction workers, because even a little bit that goes off from your design, that can affect the space. It could be like based on measurements, it could be based on scale, it could be based on when it comes to finishes, materials, because you need, when we design something, we've already given a meaning to it, and we would want it to be exactly the same as we designed. A bit of like, what would you call it? It could be like one or two things could be off the chart, but it should be to the point exactly how we designed it. That is when we're gonna have that exact product that we had in mind, that we at the end of the day will think, okay, yeah, this is how I felt about the space, this is how exactly how I want it to be. So this is where the real deal starts. You have to do surveys, you have to find the right material, you have to find the right texture, you have to find the right scale. So all of these things, when they get involved, it's a long process from then. Um, but yeah, if you find the right people to do that work, you find, because me as an architect, I'm a designer. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the construction workers, even when they know how to do their job, when they know what I'm talking about, when they can translate my design into a practical thing, this is when I'm gonna be able to achieve, my art. Yeah. So they're equally involved in that design. So it's very important to find the right people working with you, because there's sometimes people who are gonna be saying, okay, this is not a good design. This design is not possible. How you can't make this. There are gonna be people who are gonna demotivate you when it comes to doing it practically. So you have to stick to your ground. You have to stick to your design. You have to take a stand for your work, and you have to make it happen. It's not like you design something, you design the 3D, you do the drawings, and you give it to the contractor who can just make it. It's not like that. You have to make sure that what you made, it's done practically as well, and it should be exactly the same.
Mm.
Yeah, it should translate exactly the same meaning, the same emotion, the same space uh, that you talked about.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's literally, for example, a fine artist, an artist that paints, he would want his work to, what he visualizes, he would want it to be the people who are looking. He doesn't want the people to be asking him, what did you do? What is this? He wants them to just look at it, even if the client or the viewer wants to have its own meaning. He wants the person to feel something when he looks at the painting or whatever he's doing. So it's the same with us, just on a bigger scale. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a big canvas that we have to take care of. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and there's a lot of elements when it comes to being an architect, and I suppose there's a lot of things to learn as well. So, just to give some people advice who are thinking of going into being an architect, what sort of things would they need to know before getting into it? And what sort of advice would you give them?
So there are two things. First of all, the first thing that you need to know is figure out if you have that, the critical thinking that I was talking about. Do you have that design sense in you? And I'm sure everyone has it in him or her. They just need to work on it. So have that critical thinking. Look at if, for example, you want to be an architect, look at spaces. Look at how they hello, how are you?
Good.
You
Not
good?
too bad, soldier. How are you?
Yeah, we're good.
What about now?
Hello. So we've
Hello, my mate's walked off over there. Look.
We've run into someone. There's this guy. He just came.
Well, this guy. Which guy?
Yeah.
There's a goddamn beautiful necklace there with diamonds on it like a bitch. Where did you get them from anyway? Taj Mahal? You got them out my fucking. You took them out my closet.
But yeah, man. I think.
But you know when certain things are like, remember, one of the best football players in the world, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. I think your friends are waiting.
Yeah,
I don't give a fucking flying fuck about it. I'm talking to them, man. They can wait.
Yeah.
You see, when it comes down to it, I say, look, boys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We say, whoa, your horses, I'll be there in a minute. When it comes down to it, oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, man.
Where'd you get your sunglasses from?
Well, actually,
Don't look. I find better sunglasses than that you got in your eyes, man.
Do you like them?
Like goddamn horse, like goddamn beautiful horse.
Yeah.
Context, yeah.
Anyways, look, I think we've got to go now. Hey guys, welcome back.
Yeah.
So a bit of a location change has happened because let's just say there was an instance where a drunk guy interrupted us. He came up to us and he was just babbling and talking and just talking about all this crazy stuff. So we had to move away from that place that we were and change location. So yeah. Where were we?
We were talking about what we were talking about, I forgot.
Yeah.
That guy was talking so much I couldn't understand. He just literally.
So basically what happened was there was this drunk guy that came towards us, right? We thought that he was just going to walk past us. But then he just started to talk to us and, you know.
And he even called your name David and we were like, how does he know your name?
Like, is this guy psychic?
Famous, man. He's been looking at your vlogs.
Like, this guy's psychic.
And he even knows you go to college. He mentioned something about college, I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I was just like totally shocked. Like, first of all, how does this guy already know my name? He doesn't know.
He said his name was Sir Michael George. I don't know what he said.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird. So we later realized, okay, we need to go.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah. So, anyways, we were talking about who, if someone wants to, be an architect.
An architect, yeah.
In a similar field.
What type of advice would you give?
I was talking about two things. Number one, discover yourself as a critical thinker, and look at spaces, see how you feel when you enter a space, any kind of space, even a landscape, to be honest. So we got landscape architects as well who work on landscapes and they deal with the landscape kind of architecture. So yeah, just make sure you have that design sense, you have that critical thinking, you know how scale works in a space, how it changes the anatomy. Architectonics is a very important thing. Study about that. It's a very technical kind of detail. Look into it. And the second is once you have these attributes, develop your skill on softwares, on how to, a painter needs paint, needs canvas, needs brushes to paint his. So look out for tools that you can translate your ideas, your visualization, to practical things. Look for softwares, have a good grip on it, learn softwares, any kind, look on the internet, you know what kind of softwares are trending. And there's so many softwares out there now that you can easily, avail and get your ideas on it. So yeah, these are the two main important things that you need to have. But the one thing, the first thing that I mentioned, critical thinking, a design sense, that's very important. You can't design anything, you can't visualize, you can't be a designer, you can't be an artist until you do a critique on spaces, on whatsoever field you're getting into, and make sure you do that. Do have that design sense as well. Be creative. Try to think outside the box. I'm not myself a very outside the box kind of a guy, but I try as little as possible. If I can do something, new, or whatever I'm doing, even if it's that one thing that I'm doing, I make sure I make it really a good quality. Try to bring something new in it. So this is very important for a designer, for an artist, for an architect, for a painter, for a guy like David who's into media, who's into creative side. So yeah, I think this is the two very important things that you should look at, and this will help you a lot. Trust me. Yeah. So work on that.
Yeah. So yeah, you heard it here first, guys. You have to work on that. Just be more meticulous and just work on your skills, and eventually, something good will come out of it.
Yeah, and also look at people from those fields, how they've known people, how they've worked, what's their design process, what's their process about, creating something. So that's where you study those processes. You'll learn how they think, how they go about their projects, their work, and there's loads of documentaries on different architects, on different artists, and you're gonna learn. Maybe somewhere you might find familiar things that they did, and you can create something of your own. And you never know, you can become a very good architect, you can become a very good painter.
Yeah.
So it's just you need to figure that out for yourself.
Exactly.
No one is. Some are born with it. Some has to, work for it. Some has to struggle. Some has to, go out of the way to achieve that. So you just need to find what you have in the market
Yeah.
for yourself. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, and it just baffles me with the designs that I saw that you made. It's just like, how, how can someone be so talented like this? But yeah, the thing that I really want to know is, how did you learn to become an architect? Like,
No,
where did you learn it from?
I'll tell you.
Like, how long did it take as
To
well?
be honest, when I was in 11th, 12th grade. So in Pakistan, we got 12 till 12th grade, and after that it's uni. It's a degree course then. And when I was in 11th, 12th grade, and I used to be the worst in studies. I used to fail every test.
Wow.
And
Really?
yeah, man, I was the worst in maths, in even my own language, Urdu, man. So yeah, I was really bad in almost every subject. But I used to make sure, okay, I need to make a bit of effort to just pass my exams. I used to be like 50% kind of guy, just passing at the edge. And when I was giving my 12th grade exams, I had a tutor that used to come to my house.
Yeah.
What a guy, man! What a guy! He was literally, he became a family friend. He was like a big brother to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's wholesome.
I haven't been in contact with him for so long now, and it feels bad. But anyways, he used to come and teach me maths. He used to help me in maths, And I was literally sitting one day, and he was, I think, looking at some math problem, and I was just waiting for him to explain it to me. And I was just doing my doodling. I used to doodle a lot, and I was just doing doodling, drawing random things. And he was noticing that I'm doing something. And after some time, he goes to me, Daniel, do you realize how, like, you know, you got a gift, you can draw, you can do art? And to me, I was like, okay, how is it a big thing? Because to me, I used to think, okay, it's not a big thing, everyone can draw. And he was like, no one can do this. And I was like, okay. And he was like, why are you wasting your time in, you know, applying for universities that you have no intention of pursuing your future in, and you have no interest in it? And why don't you go for something that's more creative, that can help you achieve, you know, and make your art more better? And you can make a living out of it, you can be practical about it.
Yeah, he was right.
And I was like, how can I do that? I don't think there's any university in Pakistan that does that. I'm talking about, this was back in 2015, guys. And he goes like, what? Well, you've got NCA, you've got like 2-3 more universities that you can, you know, apply for, and I'm sure you're gonna find relevant field in those that has arts design in it. And I looked at NCA, National College of Arts, and I was like, and NCA is a very historic and a very famous university in Pakistan. And you know, I started looking at tests and the criteria, how to apply. And when I studied about NCA, I was like, I mean, you know, David, a lot of famous people have graduated from. I'm not trying to boast. I'm just telling about what NCA is.
Yeah.
And I'm telling how I basically approached,
Yeah, of
and
course,
how I came to this field applying. And it was basically from that moment, that guy, that tutor of mine, his name was Danish. Yeah. And he kind of guided me. He was like, you know, just try. What's wrong in trying to applying for something? Okay, you might not get the admission, but just try it. Go for it. And if you get it, your life's gonna be, you know, settled, or you're gonna find what you want to do. And I was like, okay. But when I started looking at their tests, their requirement, it was so competitive. I mean, every person that was applying for these kind of universities, they had like really posh and good mindsets, good design skills. They were already like talented, and a few of them were already, you know, working. They just wanted a degree from NCA. So I was like, man, people are so talented. I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna get into this college. And so I just looked for a studio that could help me, you know, improve my drawing, because NCA has a criteria where you need to pass the drawing test, and then they have their other tests. Some are critical thinking tests, some are, you know, based on general knowledge questions, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I gave myself a month, and in that month I practiced, and that's how literally I gave my first try. And the funny thing is, I had a neighbor back then who graduated from NCA, and my father, I think, talked to him, and he goes like, are you kidding me? Your son's never gonna make into this kind of university. The merit is so high, and you're literally practicing a month ago. People are practicing to apply for NCA years, and they're like mastering literally their art for the test. And that guy himself literally had to give 2 or 3 tries to get into NCA. And that demotivated me so much, and I was like, wow, I won't be able to. I mean, I used to feel useless. I was like, I'm not gonna get into this uni. I'm not gonna get into any uni because I don't like engineering. I don't like, you know, these technical fields. My mind doesn't work on these fields. And my father's been really supporting in all of this, and he goes like, regardless of all of this, just try. Give it your best. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. And I just went to the test center. I just went to the college, and I looked at all these students, all these kids coming in for the test, and there was like a good 10,000, 15,000 people applying.
Wow.
Even when I was applying for architecture, the last roll number was somewhere from 14,000 to 16,000. The last roll number was this number, and I was like, damn. Obviously, people are applying from all over the country.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm not gonna make it. So yeah, I just went in there. I did my best. I put in all my effort. I did whatever best I could. And when the list came in for there's two lists. The drawing list. If you've passed the test, there's a list that you now qualify for the interview.
Yeah.
And when you qualify for the interview, when you pass the interview, you get the admission. So I got on the day of the test. I didn't go to the test center to see my result. I was like, I'm not gonna get it. I know. And I had a few of my friends in the studio. They were with me, and two of them boys, they went to the test center to see the result. And they called me. They were like, "Come in." I was like, "No, man, I'm not going. I know I'm not gonna get I don't have it in me to check the list." And they were like, "Okay, we'll check it for you." And I was like, "Okay." And they called me, like after an hour or two. They called me and they were like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm at home." And they were like, "Is there someone with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm with my family." And they were like, "Can you like go somewhere quiet and put your phone on speaker?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I went out the street and I put my phone on speaker, and my friend, he was literally abusing me. He was like, "You're not gonna get the admission. You're named on the top of the list."
Oh wow.
And I was like, "No, man, what are you saying?" And I thought they were joking with me. They were like, he sent me the picture, and so I applied for product design, I applied for architecture, and I applied for FTV, film and TV, and I got three. I got my name in all three.
Wow.
And,
All three.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was literally.
You must have been so happy.
I was happy, but the main thing was an interview as well, so I need to pass the interview as well. And I was so happy. I was like, damn. And then my father called that guy.
Yeah.
He was saying that you're not gonna. And literally, I think it was night time, around 9-10 p.m. And he's an architect himself, and he called me to his office. And literally at that time, he called me. He was like, "Bring your portfolio. I want to see your portfolio." I took my portfolio with me, and he saw my drawing, and he was like, "Yeah, now you got a good drawing. You can do it." And then he guided me in the interview stage. He had a few friends in NCA who were teacher at that point in NCA, so he made me meet them, and they kind of helped me what kind of interview it is, what kind of questions they ask, and how can you pass the interview. So that helped me a lot. And so I got my admission in product design initially, not in architecture.
Right.
And then
Product design.
we after 1 year we had this option that if we get good grades in the first year of the college, we can avail the option to swap departments if we want to. So yeah, I went through my first year, and then we call it foundation year as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I went through my foundation year, and then I had the opportunity. I passed my exams, and then I switched to architecture.
That's sick.
So yeah, this is how I came into architecture. And sometimes now I do think about, okay, product design itself wasn't a bad, thing. Maybe I could have, graduated in product design, and it could have been easier for me to apply in product design jobs in the UK,
Yeah.
because in product design you don't have these kind of organizations like ARB or these big organizations that you have to be registered in. Because product design is more like a small scale design. Because architecture involves construction, it involves man work, it involves labor, it involves all these technical things, the building regulations. It's a big scale field. So product itself is a small scale, and so sometimes I do think maybe I could have done product design as well. Maybe I could have graduated in that, but this was where I was meant to be. I can't go back and think, oh, I should have done that. It was meant to be, I was meant to be an architect, and if I'm meant to be an architect here in the UK, eventually, maybe I will. If I'm not, then I'll try to, preserve my creative side in something else. I need to figure that out. Let's see. So yeah, this is my story of how I got into architecture, and then from that I learned about architecture. Yeah. This is what happened with me here.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I've been really bad at studies. I'm not a big person, I'm not a famous person, but everyone, I think, somewhere they go through the stage where they're really bad at one thing, but they're good at something. And if you figure that out, and if Allah helps, if nature helps you, you can, and if you help yourself, you, I think, can, find that purpose for you as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously there's going to be a lot of obstacles in the way that are going
Exactly.
to try and test you
Exactly.
when you're going through that journey of finding out what
Exactly.
you want to do.
Yeah, you have to expect that. You have to make up your mind, and you can't be like, okay, I've got what I wanted, it's gonna be easy from now on. No, it's not gonna be easy, bro. You need to fall and then get up. You need to do all sorts of things. Just make sure you don't get lost.
Yeah.
You're not like, okay, my life's miserable, I can't do anything. No, you can do something.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, as long as you're breathing, you can do something. So try to change that mindset. If you can't work on your life, if you can't change your life, try changing your mindset. If you change your mindset, things gonna change for you.
Yeah.
Try searching for a different perspective. So yeah, that can help you a lot.
Yeah. That can help significantly.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So, how did you overcome those doubts, and also the doubts that other people were putting onto you when you wanted to become an architect?
When I went to uni in college, I was a uni college experience was a very different experience for me. It wasn't the same as of my school time or my intermediate time. We call it 11th to 12th. We call it intermediate or A levels.
Yeah.
You got A levels here, yeah?
Yeah.
So we call it intermediate or A levels. So I was a normal kid. I was the kind of kid who was living a normal life, who didn't used to think differently, nothing, just the same as everyone was doing. Uni life gave me a different perspective, gave me, it showed me a lot of, different things in life. Sorry about that. And how people are in general, how people think, how when I interacted with different kind of people. So that kind of changed me a lot. Obviously, there were bad people, there were good people. Some influences were bad, some were good. But I'm just grateful at the end of the day that I did not go, I wasn't inclined too much towards the bad influence. When I say bad, I mean the kind of people who, you know, gets too much involved to the fun side of life, meaning drugs, parties, and I'm sure when one comes to uni, they do experience all of these things.
Yeah.
And it's you at that point you're not looking at life. You're like, okay, this is how life is. I'm enjoying life, and to be honest, that's just one part of life. Enjoy that time, enjoy while it lasts, but make sure that you move on from that. Because I've seen a lot of people in my uni, even some of my friends, they got so much involved in these distractions that they couldn't ever move on from that life. So it's just important to keep track of what you're doing and keep track of how to progress in life. And if you're able to do that, that's going to help you a lot at the end of the day. So just be aware. I'm going to say just be aware of what you're doing. Have a self-critique. Okay, if the thing that I'm doing, is it helpful? Is it progressing? Or is it just the same old repetitive days that I'm living? Just make sure that's not happening. If that's happening, that means it's a red flag. Yeah, it's a big red flag that you need to take care of. And there was a time, to be honest, in my life where I was in that red flag, and I needed that. I needed something different, and I think coming here to the UK has, played a very important role in that. I mean, there were a few things that I think that I didn't realize I wasn't doing right in my life, and now when I'm here, when I'm completely, it's like I'm starting all over again. So I'm looking at every perspective of life. It could be like, do I want to continue the life I had back in Pakistan, or do I want to avail this opportunity and be a different person or have a different life? So yeah, I'm trying to keep some of the good things and also get rid of some of the bad things that I had, and try to progress in that way. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good, man. Yeah. So I mean, you said that you're trying to progress in terms of like trying to take the bad things away and implement some more good things. So, yeah, what is it like adapting to the UK, the culture here, and
Yeah,
that
very good question. Yeah, sometimes, the kind where I come from, we have a different culture. We have, I mean, I'm not sure what the people here in the UK, what their family values are, what their culture tells them. But looking, I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm still figuring out, because the only way I can experience that is when I'm living with a family that is, or with someone who was raised and born here with a different like the background is from a proper what do you call it, UK family or anything. So only because the Asians, the Pakistani community, even here, they have the same values that we have in Pakistan. They've got the same kind of household. They got the same family values. So it's kind of the same for me coming here, living with them. and it's nothing different. The only different is the place, the environment, the people. When I look at the people, they're different. Other than that, it's all the same. So I'm not really sure what I can tell about what the culture is here. Yeah, what I've seen, people here are really used to going to the pubs, and I kind of feel like they have this connection with the pubs.
Yeah.
It's like their kind of cultural thing, where they hang out and talk about their life. I don't know, they do a bit of drinks and have fun and enjoy. Other than that, I'm not really sure what to say about the UK culture. Yeah, and I also think obviously UK now, over the past quite a lot of years, UK has become diverse. People have been coming here, living here, moving here from different ethnicities, different backgrounds, and I feel like maybe everyone has put in their culture, things, attributes, or whatever you can call,
Yeah.
and it's so diverse that you can't just say that this is one thing, one common thing the UK is about. So everyone has their own values here, and I think sometimes people, like for me, I feel like, okay, is it okay for me to get involved in their culture? I do think about these kind of questions as well. Okay, is it okay for me to interact with, for example, a white person or a black person, or go talk to them and ask them about their values? Okay, what kind of things do you experience there? Obviously, only then I'll be able to get to know. So, and I think we should, not in this video, but we're gonna do a video where I think I can ask you,
Yeah.
about these things,
Yeah.
and you can tell me about how it's like for you to be, growing up here, and what are the things that you see, and how your family is, kind of what kind of culture do you follow, and how do you like it, and things like that. So we can do that in another video as well.
Yeah, we should definitely do that in another video, Daniel. But yeah, thank you very much for
Nah,
your
bro.
time.
Thank you so much for having me in your vlog. And,
Anytime, man.
Yeah, sharing, your camera, your frame with me, and I'm really glad to share my experiences,
Yeah.
my personality with you, to be honest. So yeah, it's been really great. I had a good day. I was in Peak District this morning, and I've been there for like good 4 or 5 hours, and I've been tired, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go meet David. I really want to meet him. I'm gonna spend time with him.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't regret any of this. It was lovely talking to you, man. It was lovely. It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great hanging around with you, Daniel. I'm very grateful for the time that we spent together.
Yeah, same,
And
man, same.
I hope to do it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
man.
catch up with you guys again soon.
Yeah. I'll catch up with Daniel another time. Yes.
Yeah, guys.
See you guys.